There are about 500,000 active online predators every day, according to an article by the Child Crime Prevention and Safety Center. The likelihood that you or I encountering an online predator varies between scenarios, but at the very least, we all have heard of one. It's not very rare for a story to come out about a YouTuber, streamer, or really anyone else with some kind of fame getting exposed for speaking inappropriately with a minor, and then facing the repercussions of such a vile action. At least sometimes, it's actually more likely that nothing happens to these sick individuals on the legal side unless they actually get into contact with a minor, which is really disappointing. At the very least, these people are exposed to the greater public for the monsters that they truly are, however useful that is. But what about the other 99% of online predators who, other than the fact that they prey upon children, are just normal people living their lives? What kind of justice do the victims get once they're exposed? Honestly, nothing. Even if they do go to the police, only 1% of online predators are actually caught, because there are so many things that have to line up perfectly for the police to really take action. So, seeing that I talk a lot about child predators on my channel, amongst other degenerates, I thought a video in which I educate some of my more younger audience how to avoid or spot a groomer wouldn't be too bad of an idea. I should mention that this video isn't to make people paranoid schizophrenics who think everyone around them is some kind of child predator, but more as a guide on what to look out for while you talk to people over the internet or in real life. With that said, I want to introduce to you a viewer of mine who shared their story with me not too long ago by the name of Stormy. He is currently 16 years old as of me making this video, and the predator in question is a man named Sergeant McSalty or Juan William, a 27-year-old furry Twitch streamer. So let's start at the beginning. Stormy met Juan on Xbox while he was looking through different group posts for GTA 5. Nothing really out of the ordinary. After speaking to him through Xbox messages for a while, they'll eventually take their conversation to Discord, where things immediately start getting weird, as Juan would begin asking for photos of Stormy, and over the course of 8 months, Juan would begin asking for more inappropriate photos and videos of Stormy, along with other strange behavior like telling people that Stormy confessed his love to him when he never did. Juan would also try to isolate Stormy from his other friends, but before things could get worse, Stormy would realize the situation he was in and cease contact with Juan. The sad thing about this story is probably how common it really is. If you break it down, it was just someone who was on the internet looking for friends or whatever, and unfortunately they ran into the wrong person. So how do you actually avoid or spot a groomer before they target you? There are really 3 basic things that you could do to avoid an online predator, and this can be adapted for other things too. Anyways, one is the most simple, and that is to stay within your age range. It's very strange for someone who's like 17, 18 to try and be friends with 13-year-olds, and it only gets worse the older they are. So to be safe, I would say try to stay within 2 to 3 years of your own age, and you should be fine. Plus, you'll have much more in common with someone around your age than not, which will lead to a better relationship overall. 2 is understanding some of the more common tactics used by predators, because it is very easy to lie about your age online. So all they have to do is say that they're around your age and they basically bypass the first tip. If there's someone who tries to isolate you from your other friends or family, that's a problem. If they constantly threaten to harm themselves or others if you don't do what they ask for, that's a problem. Or just do things that make you very uncomfortable, then it will be in your best interest to stop associating with that person, because it will probably lead to something much worse. 3 is the most important, and that is to have no sympathy for these people. Someone who abuses another person, especially a child, should not get any sympathy from you or I, and hopefully they get what they deserve. Most of the time when these weirdos get exposed, they'll usually say something like, "Oh, I was depressed," or "Oh, I wasn't thinking straight," you know, something like that. And for some reason, all the time, there will be people in the comments who genuinely feel sorry for them, and I could just never understand why. These people have been caught exploiting someone else for their own selfish desires. You should not feel sorry for them, so don't be like that. Anyways, that's it for the video. I understand this is pretty short, but this was more or less to give the younger viewers an idea on what to look out for when talking to people over the internet. You see all the time where people talk about, you know, someone once they get exposed, but I thought maybe educating the people who they target would be a little bit more useful. So if you got like a little brother or sister, you probably want to share this video with them just so they're a little bit safer on the internet. With that being said, I'd like to give one more thanks to Stormy for sharing your story with me. I apologize for it taking so long. Unfortunately, I procrastinate a lot, and I just had some other things to do, but I hope you enjoyed the final product. There's probably some of you out there who can relate to Stormy, and I just hope that you're in a better place now than you were before. There are way more victims who unfortunately don't get their story told than those who do. But hopefully this can help prevent something like that from even happening, or perhaps make someone realize that they're in a bad situation. Depressing stuff out the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider becoming a member. Shout out to our one member, Christian Silva. Of course, this is all optional. If you can't become a member or don't want to, a simple like and share would be enough for me. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.